that we didn't need to rush. All we did was put a real estate sign up on the fence saying places for leasing and saw who came.
This is Remarkable Regional Business, and that was the voice of Phil McConachy, who is my guest today and the owner of The Mill in Castlemaine. It's one of two that I know of, commercial precincts in Victoria at least, that are just hands down world-class places to be, and they're an attraction in their own right. And so we get the honour today of hearing the whole backstory and the nuts and bolts of operation behind one of these level of commercial precincts. So without any further ado, let's take it away. Phil, thank you so much for being in the studio with me today. It's really cool to have you here.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Okay, so we're going to be telling just the story of a wonderful place. It's actually one of my favourite places to go as a family. It was one of my favourite places to go before I had a family. I didn't. Did you know that? No. But you're the mastermind behind this place, and I want to unpack how you got there. But let's first start. Describe the Mill, Castlemaine, for me. What is it?
The Mill is a collection of about 45 different tenants. It's almost like a town within the town.
Yeah.
It ranges from food and tourism through to offices, through to health and well-being, to education, to a little bit of tradies, and a collection of little businesses.
Yeah. So give me a bit of a spread of like some of maybe the more known tenants in there and some of the lesser known tenants.
So we've got Das Coffee House, which is the Austrian themed cafe and roastery. We've got Shed Shaker Brewing. Mm-hmm. We've got the Castlemaine Vintage Bazaar, which is the biggest tenant, and between those three, they're the biggest draw cards to the site.
Yes.
We've got fruit and veg. We've got tucked down the back, we've got people who are doing clothing, making clothing on site, underpants and underwear, lingerie, and building designers.
Yeah.
We've got a gym, a strengthening gym, Pilates, yoga, photographer, art classes.
Wow, that's quite the spread. Tell me what is the property? Describe the property for me and where it's come from.
It's set on 7.5 hectares. It's got 9,000 square metres of buildings on it roughly. It used to be a woollen mill. It was started in 1875. Yeah. We've still got the original wall, which is where Shed Shaker's based now. It's burnt down 3 times.
3 times.
Used to have factory all around over the car park.
Wow.
And when we bought it, was owned by a multinational who've got a facility here in Bendigo, as well as one in Dandenong. They decided they didn't need the Castlemaine one anymore.
Wow.
And they sold it.
Wow.
And we were lucky enough, after a bit of negotiation and other people getting it, we scored the deal.
Oh, wow. Gee, that would have been quite a time. How long have you had it for?
We just clicked over 11 years.
11 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's flown.
It has, hasn't it? And we'll go back to the journey of how it came about. But what's your favourite part of the mill?
Oh, hiding away in my bus, which is the office. No, that's not true. My caffeine addiction's gone up.
Okay.
Chocolate's gone up. I think what I like, the favourite part, is the fact that we're starting to turn it greener, as in the trees have got to a stage now where they're huge. Yeah. The gardens are slowly gaining ground, I suppose, because I want to try and soften the site, because it's a lot of concrete and buildings. So that's probably the nicest, seeing things take off.
I love that. And it makes me think of your bus. I have visited there once so this is my first professional interaction with you and the mill. Is we were looking for a site for a music video for a local musician, young fella, and what drew me, we're looking for an industrial kind of like unique place. And so I had been to Dust Coffee House a few times and I was familiar with the mill, but then I think you might have directed me to, or I might have had a chat with you or met you in the bus or near the bus, and I would have driven past that bus many times, but not had any realization that there was actually anything in there of significance or value. But the last time I saw it, I think it was almost overgrown by a bush or something. It's so interesting. Like, it's so unique. Do you get that often where people...
Yeah.
Do you get spotted going into the bus and people think, what are you doing in that?
I had an office that was tucked away inside with no windows, and it was difficult for me to find it.
Yeah.
We bought that bus as a family because I've got 4 sons and we needed an extra bedroom at the time. And so we bought that. And I nobody wanted to buy it. And I thought, oh, actually, they'll make a good bus. So we parked it out the back, planted, so they're non-fruiting grapevines that grow over it for summer. And the number of older blokes, my vintage, we've had stop early, go, oh, I used to drive one of those buses. It's a national bus from in Melbourne somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, and it's good. It's easy for people to find me.
Yeah, yeah.
He's in the bus out the back. Oh, okay.
So good. There's been a lot of stages, and I've noticed a lot of different development and moving of, traffic lanes and flow of traffic around the place. Like, take me back. I'm interested in how it's grown and how you've kind of managed the growth and the intentionality behind it.
I've been asked this multiple times about the grand vision.
Yeah.
There wasn't one. There was a desire. I like property.
Yeah.
I've been a house dad farmer for 20 years, raised the 4 boys, and I needed to get out into the community again a bit more, and I needed something to keep my brain active. And so we knew we could get it's over the road from the Botanical Gardens. A cafe is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
There was a few other seeds that I had in my mind as emergency, like self-storage business, because the town needed more. But we were lucky enough with the support of our bank that we didn't need to rush. All we did was put a real estate sign up on the fence saying places for leasing and saw who came.
Wow.
And trusted my instinct on people if it fitted within the planning scheme that we had to mould within. If I got the right feel from the people, if it suited what we thought was going to happen, even though it wasn't a grand plan, we'd give them a go.
You say that, but there's everything there looks like it belongs, and it looks like it's got the same kind of styling. Like, I've been to plenty of commercial properties and places that are just kind of, it doesn't look like there's much personality. The mill is overflowing with personality everywhere you look. How much of that is your design in building and growing and investing back into the property, and how much is up to the tenants?
Most of it's mine. We were lucky early on. We had a couple of tradies come in, the furniture makers, and a guy called Jamie who was a metal worker. And so all that metal work that's on site, most of it was being done by him.
Wow.
With bits from the mill and bits from the farm. But basically he was more of an artist, or is more of an artist than anything. And so I just go, Jamie, I need something for here. Here's the bits.
Love it.
Put something together with you.
Wow.
So in the early days, it was a very working together ethos on site. So a lot of the stuff that's been made in the cafe, because they were in 2015, has been made by the guys who were on site at the time, the tradies that were on site. So it was this working together. We're not competing. Yeah. We're all here giving this a crack. Yeah. And that was nice to see.
Yeah. Why don't let's just pause on the backstory for a moment, and can you tell me, for people who've never been there, what are some of the wins of the site? What can you hold up and say, we're succeeding at what we're doing here because of this?
Yeah. I think the visitation does it. We're up to close to 300,000 people a year.
Wow.
The cafe is well known. We've been in it. We've been on a lot of the media.
Yeah.
At one stage, we've been on the block.
Yeah.
We had media coming to us for content.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see the businesses that succeed. The cheese facility, we hung on to that space, which is where you did the video.
Yeah.
We hung on to that space for 3 years for them because we wanted them to come.
Wow.
And that's been a great addition.
3 years.
Yeah.
Love
I
that.
had plenty of other things to spend the money on, so it wasn't really an issue. But they fitted with the food. My desire to have a lot of different foods on site as possible.
What drove that desire?
That's the farmer in me. We used to sell lambs to people directly, cut up and stuff, and I couldn't do a farmer's market with 4 sons, young sons. That just doesn't work, and kids footy and and so there was this desire to support people with food, even though it's not directly farmers, it's food. And that's worked really well.
Yeah.
The successes on the site is because that's really important to me. There's Tom and Freya, who are the chocolate makers.
Yeah.
They started their business December 2019, just before COVID hit, and they managed to survive and thrive and grow. And they've taken another space down the back.
Wow.
But it's the people who came out of their garage or their bedroom and started the business. So Wonder Pants was the same. Catherine came. We ended up building a new space during COVID. She grew during COVID.
Wow.
Woollikens, they're organic kids distribution, and they're making clothes as well.
Okay.
They keep taking more space.
Wow.
So it's that seeing these people who are small operators having their business thrive, and it's that's satisfying for me, coming from having a small business back in my past. It feels good.
Wow. I love it. And I think we'll get more of this message throughout our time together, but it seems like the mill is a combination of a whole lot of parts of your history and what you've kind of collected in terms of value. And but tell me about where it is. So for those who've never been as well, like where is it situated?
So we're on the northern side, northern side of Castlemaine, over the road from the Botanical Gardens, which them in themselves they're well renowned. Castlemaine used to be an industrial town, as well as originally gold, but then it had the pump manufacturers, Thompson Kelly Lewis, which has now been taken over Flowserve from America. There was the woolen mill, there was the Baco, and then there's the hospital. So it's, for me, starting my life in an industrial base when I started work, that it's nice to save that. It's the part of the town's heritage. It could have been bought by someone and knocked over. It is a real hodgepodge of aged buildings. It's not. I've kept the industrial look. It's not. That's been purposeful.
Yes.
So we're a town that's growing.
Yeah. Tell me. We have listeners all across Australia and the world. They may have never heard of Castlemaine. What size town is it, and where does it play in relation to closest?
The town's about 7,500 people, I believe, but the catchment's more like 16 to 17,000 once you go around. It was the site of one of the biggest alluvial gold areas in 1851, I believe. And it's sort of then it quietened down a little bit. They used to say Maryborough, which is another town not far away, that Castlemaine was its poor cousin when things quietened down a little bit. But it's going gangbusters now.
It's only 30, less than 30, depending on which part of Bendigo you're in, 30 minutes drive from Bendigo.
Yes. Yep.
And an hour and a half less than from Melbourne.
Yep.
It's really well situated. It's quite a phenomenal kind of dynamic in the town, and the influence of maybe Melbourne growing and spreading out, and people not wanting to live in the city as much. Have you seen or how have you seen the town itself kind of shift and shape even over the last 11 years?
The town's grown, a lot more visitors, a lot more. It has the nickname of North Northcote, which is a suburb of Melbourne. It's got a huge artistic community. We've got a Castlemaine State Festival, which is a biennial, which is coming up for its 50-year anniversary next year. And it's an easy commute from Melbourne. It is an hour and a half. It's on a freeway basically almost the whole way. And there's retirees. It's interesting. You bump into people, we've moved up here because our grandkids are up here. We've moved up here because of the artistic community. We've moved up here for the climate. We've moved up here. Back early on was the price of the housing, but that's changed now. So it's got quite a wide range of people living there. We've been there for 26 years.
Wow.
27 years, yeah.
Yeah, wow. I have to say, a visitation of 300,000 a year from a town of 7, that's quite amazing.
And thank you for. I need to be told that because I'm busy focused on what's ahead. I don't take enough time to smell the roses. So
that's huge.
I've got to practice going. Yes, that is huge. That's good. That's great for the town.
It is huge. Tell me, all right, let's go back to the backstory. So you started, what did the place look like? You stepped foot on this site, and for the first time, what's going through your head as you've purchased this place?
It was like, oh, wow, this is a rabbit warren. And it was.
Yes.
Vic Carpets, who did own it, was still using a portion of it in the main factory. There's spinning frames, cards there. But a lot of it was just storing stuff, junk, and it was pretty run down. A lot of asbestos on the roofs and walls. So it was tired was probably the best way to describe it. And I just got excited by the whole idea.
Did you?
Yeah, even though there wasn't a grand idea. Well, this is a project. This looks fun.
Yeah, wow.
And we missed out originally. Somebody else beat us. It was a tender, and but they wouldn't sign the contracts. So they come back to us, the two losing bidders, and said whoever comes up with this amount of money gets the deal.
Wow.
So we went and talked to our friendly bank again, and went and jumped.
Wow. And what was the thought process of what was the first steps? Like, what did you do first?
First steps was, even before we bought it, we went and saw council and talked about, because it's zoned industrial, about what we could achieve. We'd already had some dealings with town planners here in Bendigo that we use and so we got them involved and looked at what we could do easily without having to do too much interaction with the council, or as minimal as possible. So that was in process while we started. We put the sign up. We got people the tradies could come in straight away because they fitted within the zoning. And just started morphing that. And we knew Edmund and Eleanor, who owned the cafe, they're friends of ours, so we knew we could tease them into the place, and they fell in love with it. And and so their project was started.
It seems like a perfect home for Dust Coffee House.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. What was it about your bid to do you know the other types of kind of interested parties were bidding? And what?
One was, there was only 3 that we're aware of. One was a brewery from Shepparton, which were the winning bidders at the time.
Yeah, okay.
And the other was another local importer.
Okay.
Who was looking for somewhere.
Wow. It's such a unique space that it feels to me like it could have been a bit daunting to get in there.
Even though I had a background in building and construction industry, a little bit of naivety was helpful.
Yes.
So there was things that I missed in that whole scheme that we had to spend money on later. But I think if I'd known most of it, I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah.
It would have scared me off enough.
Yeah, and that would have been a great shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think not knowing what we don't know before we get into something, as you say, can be very helpful.
Yeah. So there was quite a few sleepless nights. 3 o'clock in the morning and churn.
Wake up with rush of anxiety.
So,
what were some of the challenges in the early days?
Early days was getting it up to the building code. So as soon as we had to touch anything, we had to bring it up to the current building code. The asbestos I wasn't worried about because we had there was an audit that had been done before we bought it. We just knew that was a process. We got the experts to come in and do it.
Yep.
Things like bringing the fire hydrants up to the current code was a bigger job than we anticipated. It had lots and lots of power, but none of it was in the right spot or the right size. So there was, that sort of thing. And then dealing with the bureaucracies across all the gamuts of, the power, the gas, the council stuff, fire brigade, all of that. It's an interesting challenge sometimes.
What made you want to go into this commercial property development venture?
It was mainly a project, something to do. Keep my brain active.
Yeah.
People talk about how it's worth a lot more than when I bought it, and we spent a lot of money and stuff. But that's not what it was bought for. It was bought to give me something to do.
Yeah.
Other than being on the farm, and it's sort of had different wins, like talking about the people who've come on site, who've come out of their homes and their businesses have grown. That's really good. The fact that the site's softer now with the trees, that it hasn't been knocked over. The number of people who've brought their elderly parents on site to the cafe, or you see them wandering around, who worked there or had their relationship form there.
Wow.
And their children will come up to us and go, their mum and dad are really glad you didn't knock it over because it was their life working there.
Wow. How long did it take to get traction before you felt like people really were chasing you down to be there?
Probably most of the work was done the first 5 years, and after that we started to get that momentum up. I wish I had more land and more buildings now because we have a waiting list of people who would fit. We're basically full. There's a little bit of movement on site, but we're full.
Wow.
So that first 5 years was pretty chaotic.
Yeah, tell me, how did you generate that momentum, or how did it build? What did you do to? I just trusted the sign. Like I said, all we had was the big sign, real estate sign up on the fence. Yeah,
we didn't advertise. It was just see who came and deal with those people who rocked up.
Wow.
We started the bazaar ourselves. We had someone who came and was going to do it, and then changed their mind. And I went, "Oh, that's a really simple business model. We'll just do it ourselves."
Great. And how has that gone? Was that a learning curve? Was it pretty easy?
No, I've got a manager she was. That's her love, and that's what she's done running markets and stuff like that. So it was basically just started at small, and it grew and grew to the size it is now, which is 2,500 square. It's basically a quarter of the site.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, it is big. This is a business podcast and a business audience. Could you unpack the business model of? I think we all understand commercial real estate, but what about a bazaar? Tell me about it.
The bazaar is really simple. It's giving, I think we counted the other 118 different stall holders the opportunity to run a little business. We just rent a square meterage out. They pay a square meterage rate. They pay a commission on their sales. We have staff that are there all the time. and they do shifts. The stall holders have to do shifts depending on the size of their stall.
Yep.
And it's really simple. And we have people there who are doing it, don't make much money. They're there for the social aspect.
Yeah.
Through to people who are making really good money.
Wow.
And everything in between.
Wow. What do you see the difference between those who are making good money and those who are not? Is it just their product and their
mainly their product and how much effort they put in?
Yeah.
It's interesting to talk to the people who are doing well.
Yeah.
And how much time they spend looking after their stall. We've also got a section called Castlemaine, which is for people who live in Castlemaine, Maine, who make stuff.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
write
right.
stuff.
Yeah, and that's kind of adjoining that space, is it?
Yeah, it's in so that's nice as well. So they don't actually, they've got somewhere as an outlet.
Yeah. Wow.
So so it's that's worked better than I thought it would.
Yeah. I love that. How many things have you tried that didn't work or worked better than you thought they would?
We haven't had many that haven't worked.
I thought that might be the answer because it seems nearly everything that I see developing there, I go, oh man, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and that's just people rocking up. That's not my brilliant idea. It's got to a point now, if someone rocks up and their product is good, they almost, because of the momentum of the site, they almost can't fail if they put their guts into it. So to,
Yeah.
We had someone who was making soap, but the location she was making was the only one we had at the time, and so that didn't work. So she left. But other than that, few of the tradies have moved on because the site's got a bit softer. It's not as hammer and tongs sort of thing. But it's still got that little bit of an edge. There's the furniture maker. There's a guy who makes concrete tabletops and pots. Was a knife maker, but a guy's developing tools. The pottery. So there's a little bit of that stuff around.
Yeah, wow. What would you say is one of your favourite stories of growth of a business that's been a tenant?
There's a few, like Sheet Shaker have grown.
Yeah.
It's been really great, and the new facility they built is great.
Yeah.
So that's the brewery for the ones who don't know that.
Yeah.
I think Wonderpants was great to be able to grow during COVID, and Tom and Frey of the Caboose chocolates. Like to start it, be 2 months or 3 months out from the start of COVID and the lockdown, and to survive and grow through that.
Yeah.
Is a testament to the work they put in and to the quality of the product.
Yeah.
And also to part of the reason those survived was the community supported. They went online, and so people were buying stuff online because they couldn't come shopping. And the chocolates, the gin-infused little balls are really good.
Oh yeah, no, that sounds good. I haven't tried them yet. Okay, so we kind of have a bit of an understanding of what the mill is. Why don't we go right back to the beginning? How did you? What's your history in? You've mentioned farming and hinted at some construction stuff. Do you want to tell me what led up to you? This wonderful, amazing commercial placemaking.
I started work at 16 as a fitter and machinist at the Ford Motor Company in Geelong.
Wow.
A fair while ago now.
Yeah.
I stayed there for 5 years. Did a little bit of travelling, went and worked on cattle stations, sheep places for a while. Come back and got a job with a bloke on a pick and shovel, earth moving business.
Yeah.
Back when I was about 22. Learned to drive all the machinery and bought the business with another bloke off him when I was 25. So
no way, 3 years after you started in the business.
Yeah, so I started that in 18 with one employee, two of us and plus one employee.
Yeah.
Had that for 11 years and sold it to my business partner. At its peak, we had 35 employees, I think.
Wow.
Worked on a lot of big stuff in Melbourne and in Geelong.
That's quite an industrious kind of step for a 22-year-old, 23, 25-year-old. What what made you feel comfortable and capable and ambitious enough to take that step to take over the business?
Naivety.
It's a common theme.
A bit driven. I'm a little bit driven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Hey there, sorry to interrupt, but that is actually the end of part 1 of our conversation. But it continues in part 2. So when you're ready, I'll see you there.